Something that I see a lot from the top content creators, okay, is they say things like, hate never comes from above. And what's that saying? Losers focus on winners and winners focus on winning and blah 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 blah. And they shame anyone that criticizes them who's below them and not doing as well. And it's not true. That's not true, because I'll give you one example. Look at Elon Musk, supposedly the richest man in the world. He shits on everyone. that guy's dishing out to everyone, right? So hate doesn't always come from below. Sometimes it does come from above or on your level. Now, what these content creators essentially doing when they say something like this, and I see it a lot. I see this where they sort of shame anyone that criticizes them. That there's a response video, a criticizing video, and so on, and they see these people as, they're losers, they're pathetic, they're only doing this because they're angry and they're not doing as well and they're jealous, blah 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 blah. And what they're doing essentially, they're sending a message out saying, well, firstly they're saying, it's this message is almost like euphemism or to say, please don't criticize me. That's what they're doing. Like, please stop criticizing me. It's a plea, firstly. And they're saying essentially as well that they can't handle the criticism. They obviously don't like it. No one likes it. But when they start getting to that level, they're struggling to handle it. And it's a sad thing. It's kind of like a pathetic thing to see. Whenever I see a top content creator do that, right? And I get it. I get why people don't like it. I get why the content creators don't like it, obviously, and other people don't like it, right? At the end of the day, I've done some videos calling people out. The reason I have as many subs as I do currently, and my main video was all about Hamza critiquing his relationship advice. I understand that. I get people in the comments would say like, oh, you're just using his name for clout and you're a clout chaser and yada 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 and whatnot. And it's like, well, it's one tactic to grow a channel, right? But the way I've done things is I try to come at it with constructive criticism. This is where it's completely fair game, in my opinion. Come with something constructive, come with something fair, come with a better opinion that you believe is a better opinion and is going to help people as well and see this other opinion. Right? The only time I've actually really just dug someone out for the sake of it and called someone out and just purely criticized was with First Man, but I just felt like I deserved it the way he was acting. But yeah, if you can come with a better message, that's important. That's where it comes into play, and this is critical, because you have to remember, man, can you imagine if everyone that would see these content creators say this sort of thing, right, and shame the people that would do these criticizing videos, so it would stop everyone ever doing a video like that ever again? Well, what ends up happening is they're just going to live in this fucking echo chamber where they're seen as like the leader and high almighty, and they're pedestalized by everyone else, and no one else challenges them on their beliefs, and then everyone's just completely brainwashed and stuff like that, right? Or they view, they're never pulled out, and so they believe that everyone just agrees with them and thinks they're right and they're amazing and almighty. And you can see how terrible that is. So it's actually very important, those type of videos, wherever they come from, right? And maybe you seemingly come from below. It's like, oh, okay, maybe I'm below someone like a Hamza in terms of views and whatnot, but if that's what we're going to measure it by, okay, but we could measure it in other ways as well, right? But so ultimately, just don't fall for that. If you're watching this video, don't fall for that type of messaging from a content creator, because that reeks of insecurity whenever they do that, and you can hold me to my word here. Yeah, if I'm ever really crazy amount of subs, hundreds of thousands of subs, whatever, and people are doing videos on me, I'll tell you now, I'm not going to come out and say something like that. Hate comes from below and all this crap. I'm just not going to do that, right? I'll be more than happy to listen to that stuff. And like I said, as long as it's constructive, maybe there's something for me to learn. If it's just pure hate, fair enough. If it's pure hate, it's pure hate. But is there a message there? I'd be more than happy. My ears will be open. Doesn't mean I necessarily agree, of course, but that's cool, man. I'll be cool with it. So whenever you see these content creators say that it's all pathetic and these people are losers and betas and whatnot, man, just know, like, your spidey sense to be tingling there, that these people are pretty insecure about this and not willing. Are they really willing to listen and learn and look at themselves and their own beliefs and maybe admit they were wrong? Usually when they say stuff like that, they're not.